What's up guys, Jason here. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple and efficient Minecraft Bedrock KELP XP farm. This farm works on 1.21 and on all platforms of Minecraft Bedrock, whether you play on a phone, tablet, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, or PC. This farm produces XP and dried kelp blocks. By the way, dried kelp blocks are a great source of fuel for furnaces, blast furnaces, or smokers. Each dried kelp block can smelt 20 items. By the way, this is an updated version of my previous KELP XP farm. For this farm, you'll need 3 signs, 6 glass panes, 6 smokers, 7 levers, 3 redstone repeaters, 4 redstone torches, 18 redstone, 6 sand, 6 pistons, 3 sticky pistons, 6 ladders, 3 trapdoors, 3 slabs, 3 water buckets, 15 hoppers, 12 chests, 3 kelp, and finally about a stack and 12 solid blocks. You can use any type of solid block that you want. A couple examples of solid blocks are smooth stone or cobblestone. The first step is to place 2 solid blocks. Then place a block over here and a block over here as well. Now break this block. Then place a lever over here, redstone torch over here, and redstone repeater at this spot. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Then click this redstone repeater one time. As you guys can see there, that should make it be set like that. Now place redstone over here. Once you have created that redstone clock, flick this lever down to shut it off. The next step is to place 5 blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then place 2 blocks over here, and 2 over here as well. Then break these 3 blocks. Now break these 5 blocks. After you have done that, place 3 pistons over here. Make sure all those pistons are facing upwards. The next step is to face this direction. Then place 3 redstone over here, and a redstone repeater at the spot. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Then click this redstone repeater one time. As you guys can see there, that should make it be set like that. It's important that you set up all the redstone repeaters correctly in this farm. The next step is to place 3 blocks over here. Then place 3 sticky pistons over here. Make sure those sticky pistons are facing this way. Then place 3 blocks at this spot. After you have done that, go behind the farm. Then place 3 blocks over here, and 7 redstone over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then place redstone at this spot. As you guys can see there, that redstone should cause the pistons and sticky pistons to extend. The next step is to place 3 sand over here, and 3 sand over here. Once you have done that, place a solid block at each of these spots. That sand and sticky piston system will update kelp so that it grows every second. The kelp will be smelted to get XP. After you're done with that step, place 3 blocks over here. Then place 3 pistons over here. Make sure those pistons are facing this way. Those pistons will automatically harvest all of the kelp that grows in this farm. Now place 3 blocks over here, 3 over here, and 3 over here as well. Now do the same thing on this side. Place 3 blocks over here, 3 over here, and 3 over here as well. Then place a block in each of those pistons. Now place 3 slabs over here, and 3 trapdoors over here. The next step is to place 3 blocks over here, 3 over here, and 3 over here as well. The next step is to temporarily place a block over here. Then crouch down and place 2 chests over here, 2 over here, and 2 over here. Then go over to this spot. Now break this block. Then crouch down and place a hopper at each of these spots. Make sure the nozzles of each of those hoppers are pointing that way towards those chests. The next step is to crouch down and place 2 hoppers below each chest. Make sure the nozzles of all those hoppers are pointing downwards towards the ground. Now break these 12 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once you have done that, place 2 chests at each of these spots. Now crouch down and place 2 hoppers behind each chest. Make sure the nozzles of those 6 hoppers are pointing that way towards those chests. After you're done with that step, crouch down and place a smoker at each of these spots. Those smokers will smelt all the kelp into dried kelp. That will cause XP to be produced. Now crouch down and place a lever at each of these spots. The next step is to crouch down and place 3 glass panes over here, and 3 glass panes over here. Then go to this side of the farm. Now place 6 ladders over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those ladders will allow you to easily access this top part of the farm. Then open these trapdoors, and place a sign at each of these spots. After you have placed those signs, place water in each of these slabs. Then plant kelp on each sand block. That will be the kelp that grows in this farm. The next step is to go behind the farm. Then place redstone over here and a solid block at this spot. Now place a redstone torch over here. Then place a solid block on this redstone torch. Then place a redstone torch on this block. Now place a solid block on this redstone torch. Then place a redstone torch over here. Once you have created that redstone torch tower, place 5 solid blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then place 2 blocks over here. Now place a redstone repeater at this spot. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Then place 5 redstone over here. That redstone will connect the redstone clock to those pistons. I'm now going to do a quick fly around so you can check and make sure I've made this kelp XP farm correctly. Over here, there should be the kelp chamber. By the way, it does not matter what height your kelp grows to before you turn this farm on. In the front, there should be this kelp smelting system. This side should have this ladder. Down there should be those pistons and this redstone. Make sure that redstone repeater is set like that. The back should have this redstone. Finally, this side should have this redstone clock. Make sure that redstone repeater is set like that. I'm now going to show you all how to use this farm. To use it, first add some coal or other fuel source to each smoker. The more fuel you add, the longer you'll be able to use this farm for before having to add more fuel. By the way, this farm will be able to fuel itself later. That is because it will produce more dried kelp blocks than it uses. Now flick this lever up. Then wait. As you guys can see there, the sand and sticky piston system will update the kelp so that it grows every second. The kelp will then get harvested by those pistons and funneled down into those smokers. The kelp will then get smelted into dried kelp. Each time dried kelp is created, some XP will get added to the smoker. At this point, I recommend you wait until at least 18 stacks of dried kelp have smelted into each of these chests. The more dried kelp you let smelt through the smokers before you collect the XP, the more XP you'll get. This farm produces kelp faster than it is smelted. As a result, kelp will eventually get stored in these chests. By the way, you should only have this farm turned on when you're standing near it. If you're going to leave the farm area or leave the world, first flick this lever down to shut it off. That will prevent the farm from breaking. Kelp will continue being smelted even when the farm is turned off. As you guys can see here, I have waited for at least 18 stacks of dried kelp to smelt into each of these chests. I am now going to collect the XP. To collect the XP, first make sure the farm is turned off. Then flick each of these levers down. Now collect some dried kelp from each smoker. As you guys can see there, whenever you do that, you will collect all the XP that is stored in that smoker. Once you have collected dried kelp from each smoker, flick each of these levers back up. That will allow kelp to continue to be collected by those bottom hoppers and funneled into those chests. Once again, the more kelp you let smelt through the smokers before you collect the XP, the more XP you will get. You can use the dried kelp that is produced by this farm to make dried kelp blocks. The dried kelp blocks you get can then be used to fuel the farm. Once again, this farm produces more dried kelp blocks than it uses. That's because it takes 9 dried kelp to make 1 dried kelp block, and each dried kelp block smelts 20 items. If kelp in this farm ever breaks for you, you can easily replant it by going up here. If this farm does not work for you, make sure you did all the redstone correctly. This bottom redstone repeater should be set like that. That one should look like that. Finally, this one should be set like this. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this simple and efficient Minecraft Bedrock Kelp XP farm. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out more other Minecraft videos. Thanks for watching.